Hey, this is Daniel Norton. I'm here in my studio in New York City with Simone, and we're making kind of a beauty shot. This is a beauty shot that maybe you could use for like if you were shooting like an actor or kind of a real person, if you would, versus a model, for like some kind of a campaign, like Dove or that kind of thing, Maybelline. That kind of clean, really crisp portrait that has like a nice three-dimensional quality to it, but isn't like a strict like beauty dish, hard beauty shot. So nice and simple. I'm gonna walk through it for you guys and show you kind of how I did it. And we're here in my studio. I just have a gray background for this. You could have any color, I suppose you want. And because of the position of the lights, we're gonna get some light on the background. It's just gonna go gray. And since this isn't actually for a project, that's fine with me. If you needed it to be a certain color, you could obviously light the background. So I've got 4 lights in play here. I've got 2 Profoto B1X's back here, both in 1 foot by 3 foot strips. They're going to give a separation light for her so that she doesn't just like blend into the background, because even though it's going to be lit, you know, and her hair is darker than the background, you don't want it to look flat. This is going to give a 3-dimensional look. And then here in the front I have 2 foot by 3 foot Profoto box as a fill, and then a Shimira extra small shallow as my key. I love this light for a key. You guys see me use it all the time. It gives a nice punchy light. So I'm going to come in here. I've got my Canon camera. I'm tethered into Capture One as always. I'm going to, first I'll take a frame without any lights. I'm at f8 250. So this should give us a dark frame, black. And we can see there that we've got a black frame. So none of the light in the space is affecting my shot, none of the lights you guys see we're shooting the video with. So I'm gonna start out by just turning on my A group, which is this light up above. So, go back to it, I'll put the modeling light on so you guys can see. So this is a nice simple light, and you know, with a young, pretty girl, it probably is actually gonna look good even just like this, although her hair might actually shadow. Yeah, you can see that her hair is shadowing her face, but if you was to look up towards the light, you know, if this was the only light you had, you can look down a little bit, like right there. Good. You know, it's not terrible, but you can see it's very flashy, like it's just on her face. Like, what we want is to fill it in and make it more even. This has got a certain look to it, which is actually, it completely changes the shape of your face, actually. It's kind of interesting. But even that, she's gone. She has this beautiful hair, and like I see nothing. I see dark background. You know, and her wardrobe even doesn't even look that white. So I'm gonna fire up my B light, which is my fill light below. I pre-metered these before we started, guys. The B light is about half a stop less power. So we're gonna see what that looks like. And we can see now how much that changes everything, right? That fills in her face, gives a nice look. It actually already gives dimension to her hair. Even without a hair light, we can see the shape of it because we're getting some light on the background. But also remember, hair is reflective, so it's going to see the light. And that looks nice. And then finally, we're going to throw in our background lights. So our back separation lights, I should say, in the back. So they're both the same power. They're actually metered roughly the same power as my key light, a little bit less, but you'll see they're actually brighter because they're coming towards the camera. So we'll see what that looks like. There we go. And now we see it's a subtle difference, but we can see how this breaks up. And just to show you guys so you can see what it would really, if I take my C lights and I crank them, let's say 1 more stop of power, to show you what that's gonna look like. Right, it gets hotter. So depending on what you're going for, this actually isn't bad. I kind of actually like that. So I'm changing my mind in the middle of the video. I kind of will do it bright. Right? I'm also gonna slide back a smidge because I want to show a little bit more of her. If you're gonna shoot something like this for a ad or whatever, you want to leave some space because they're going to want to crop and stuff. I'm framing around her hair, which is quite beautiful. Okay, here we go. See what that looks like. That looks nice. See how it changes? I backed up, it changes the whole thing. It becomes more portrait-like. Right? If we come in closer, it's much more intimate. It gets much more like a beauty shot. So this gives us both options. So let's play with this. This could easily be for like a teen magazine, you know, or some kind of makeup ad, Maybelline, CoverGirl, stuff like that. Really clean stuff, really pretty, nice and soft, just like that. And she has freedom to move around. Oop, shooting a little bit fast. Oop, don't make you close your eyes. Good, good, good. Nice, pretty smile. Just letting her work with it. It's really pretty. Good, good, good. More. That's nice. And again, this fill light below, this clamshell lighting, is really what makes a difference here. It gives us the ability to kind of. I know, guys, I don't always do this, but I'm gonna come off the tripod because I want to get a few different angles. Getting crazy over here. All right. Good. Sometimes you want to loosen it up a little bit. Good. I'm doing this for Seth, actually. Good. And remember, even though I'm off the tripod now, I can still charge the client for it because I used it at the beginning. So just don't feel like you can't. Oops. Good. One more. That's good, that's good. And then come in a little tighter too. By the way, I'm using the 85 millimeter. I don't think I said that. This is the 85 millimeter 1.2, but I'm shooting an f8 because we want depth of field. You know, I don't want to be shooting at 1.2 for this because she'll be way, really out of focus. You know, except for the exact focus. A little tight. In tight, I think we lose too much. I think we want to be like maybe medium length away. And I think for a few, I'm just going to take my B light and dial it down a smidge more. And I'm going to bring that C light back down because now that I'm looking at it, maybe it is a little bit too glamoury. Good. And these are the adjustments you can make as you shoot, right? Because we already have some good shots. We want to kind of mix it up a little bit, get some nice clean shots, fun shots, you know, show some personality. There we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. That's it. Very nice. Yeah, super cute. Try that same thing without the shoulder so much. Well, you can, yeah, exactly, lower. Perfect. Okay, so you see what I did there, guys? She was too much into the shoulder. So we were getting the upward shadow. That's from the underneath light. So you can actually control that just like that. Nice and simple. Although I do love your expression and everything. In the first one, you just have too much shadow from the thing. So if you love that pose, you'd have to adjust the power of the light. We got enough good poses, so I'm not that worried about it, right? Got a lot of good stuff. Okay, good. I'll circle back around. Awesome. All right, guys. So remember that how you light things right is going to help shape it. We started off with just that one light, punchy. That might have been nice for something, but if you want to do like a kind of a fun open shot, something young, and give people freedom to move around, you want to kind of fill the space with light. And instead of just using one giant source, which I also could have used, using the multiple sources allows us to still control it and give some three-dimensionality. So I'll put Simone's information in the description. You guys can follow her. Be sure to follow me, Daniel Norton Photographer, and I'll see you next time on set.